If you've been around here for a bit, you probably know this about me. I am not interested in adding any more to your plate. In 2026, my focus is showing you how to create more space. So there's things that you have to do every single month, and events usually are one of those. But I want to help you find space in your schedule, in your brain, and actually do the parts of your job that matter the most. Because I know that most days you're not short on ideas. I talk to some of the most creative managers, but they're short on time, energy, margin, capacity. If that's you, keep listening. So, between tours, follow ups, renewals, and all of the unexpected things that pop up, resident events are one of those things that can start feel like, oh, like this other weight on my shoulders that you don't always have the bandwidth to pull off. So, this is why this year you're going to see a theme throughout the months. I'm going to talk a lot about automating things, but keeping a personalized feel. So, no automation that is going to strip the heart out of what you do, but automation that's going to protect your time and energy. And today's idea is a perfect example of that. So, here's my plan. In 2026, I'm helping teams quietly shift how they operate, not because we care less, but because we've learned that you just cannot do absolutely every single thing, right? You can only do so much. You're limited. A lot of you guys are in a one man, one woman office, or you're in a huge community and there's just endless things that are pulling at you. So, what happens is when you're able to automate easy wins, you start to create moments for the space that you really need. Not that we're ever going to create this amazing space where everything is going to just flow so effortlessly. I know that's not realistic in property management, but it is going to allow us to create a little bit more room for those conversations, those follow-ups, those residents that just need that extra attention, and those leasing moments that we can't just template, that are the human factor, right? That AI cannot replicate. So that's exactly why I like events like the one I'm going to show you today. So today's Try It is a guess how many. It's going to give you a consistent engagement. It gives residents a touch point, and it's something fun that's happening in the community. You don't have to have a huge planning cycle or a big budget or a ton of energy to actually execute it. It's very dependable and it creates space. You can alternate themes. So quick pause. If you want more space in your life, if you don't want to build systems from scratch, that is why I built the Spark Resource Kit. It gives you ready to use event ideas, designs that you can customize for free in Canva, and then instructions to automate the easy stuff. This is one of those examples. This is going to allow you to open up that energy for what matters most. So you can learn more if you're not part of the Spark Resource Kit community yet at sparkwithsprout.com. So here it is, the guess how many event station. It's one of those event residents instantly understand. Like it's everybody gets it, right? Guess how many. There's going to be something we have to guess. No explanation needed, no convincing required. You're simply just inviting them to participate. I love this low lift event because a lot of residents are hesitant to maybe come into a big event if they don't know people or if they just don't have time. But a lot of times you can get engagement with this kind of an event online. Quick interruption, guys. I would love it if you would leave a rating or a review on the Multifamily Mix podcast. It helps other managers find us, and it just would mean the world to me. So if you don't mind, leave us a review. Let us know how much you're enjoying it and maybe even what you've learned. So this month, Spark members are getting a ready-to-use gumball version, which makes it an easy place to start. So how it works is you're going to grab the design. You can download the Gumball Guess How Many design from your Spark kit this month at sparkwithsprout.com. Now you can print it, you could display it in a little acrylic sign. You can also do this digitally. I think they work great when you do them together. And you're going to create this little station. So you'll have some jars. One is going to be filled with the gumballs, and the other one is going to be empty for guesses if you're going to do this in person. I'm going to print out some little slips where people can put the number of gumballs that they think are in the jar and then their name and their unit number and a pen or some markers, something like that. Now place it somewhere that residents already are passing through. In the leasing office, it probably is the best place, like somewhere or maybe by your coffee setup. That's it. You've just created engagement without creating stress. Now here is how we're going to build engagement. You're going to take a photo of your filled jar, or you can use ours that's in the kit as well. And we even tell you how many are in there if you don't even want to buy it and you only want to do it digitally. So post this on social media. You can even send it out in an e-blast or on your resident portal, and you want to ask residents to guess. But I think social is going to be a great place to do this. So this is helpful like when you're short-staffed or you want some engagement. Maybe residents haven't been attending events, so you're like, okay, let's warm them up. You want visibility without extra effort. This is to me where a hybrid situation could be the sweet spot. So you could do an actual tangible and then promote it on social and get engagement and tally results both ways. So you can post the jar photo, ask how many are in the jar, and then share how they can enter on social. And then even in stories throughout the week, you can share the jar up close. You can do polls like, what do you guess? Over or under X number? Closest wins. What's your guess? And people can start to build engagement. Afterwards, you want to announce the winner, share the final count, and thank everyone for coming. It's that follow through that builds like that trust, and you don't have to reinvent the wheel every time. So you're actually creating content out of an event. Not only do you have the event, not only do you have the engagement that's happening as the event is going on, maybe for a couple of days or a week, but then you also have the fun afterwards, right? So you're going to share how many was in the jar, you're going to share the winner, and then whatever you do as a giveaway, whether it's a gift card or the jar itself, have them come in and if they're willing, take a photo and then continue to post about it. And then ask residents, what should we do next? So it could be another jar, like what theme? Maybe Starburst, M&M, Kit Kats, whatever it is, anything maybe smaller that people can guess, candy corn, depending on the time of the year. Ask them which one they'd like to do next. And then you could even do this every single month and just keep it fresh with a new look. Inside of the Sprout membership, we literally have a ton of different variations of this event and people love it. So this is where the automation mindset is really fun. You're doing the same setup, the same structure, just a new filler item. So like we said, gumballs, candy hearts, dog treats. You could even do a dog themed one, coffee beans, seasonal candy, or even office supplies. Like that could be so fun too. Or school supplies. You're not reinventing the event, you're just building a system that you can change out every single month. And that system, what that does is it creates space. So I think that's a good theme for us to think about. Systems create space and predictability. So in 2026, this is the energy that we're bringing. Less scrambling, more breathing room, more consistency without burnout. Events don't have to be big to be meaningful. That's something I have learned a lot over the last few years, especially since the pandemic. You just have to have small, consistent interactions with residents. Doing small things like that, it allows you to not burn out, but to build momentum and to give those residents a way to engage with a very low pressure environment. So again, if you're ready to have this in a ready to go kit and all the other resources that we're talking about every single month on the podcast, I want you guys to go with sparkwithsprout.com and grab it now. Spark exists to help you automate the small things so that you can fully show up for the big ones. One small setup, one simple system, and a little more space in your day. And if you're already inside of Spark, the thing is, don't let those resources sit. You've got to use them, bring them to life. Okay, this one's quick because I know for a lot of you it's rent collection week. I hope that you put this together, and if you do, tag me on Instagram at Sprout Marketing, share it on TikTok, and you can tag me too. I'd love to see it, and I can't wait to see how you guys pull this together. All right, friend, that's your small action for this week, but don't let this idea sit. The Spark Resource Kit is at sparkwithsprout.com, and it's there to help you put this into action with a lot less stress. And remember, it's the small actions that build strong communities and even stronger managers. I'll see you guys next time.